Day 2 of the Men's College World Series in 2025 has concluded, and man oh man did we have 2 more good games. I would say day 1 was slightly better because we had a little bit more competitive the first game score-wise, but in that first game, Murray State falls down 6-0, 5 innings. They stranded 2 runners on base, unable to capitalize on some of the chances that UCLA was pitching themselves into, but consistently were able to get out of those jams. This UCLA pitching staff has been very impressive over the last 2 weeks. John Savage talked about it in the post-game presser, how impressive it was of them to not necessarily have their best stuff, but to escape jams, and that's what championship teams do, he said. You look at Michael Barnett, and he goes 4.1 innings against Murray State. The Racers forced him into 4 walks, which was the most all season. This was a Racers team offense that was once again competitive top to bottom in the lineup. I continue to be impressed by the Cinderella 4 seed in this year's tournament, and I think they could be very competitive against Arkansas, who they'll see in game 2 of this tournament. Arkansas pitched pretty well outside of one not so great inning from Zach Root, where LSU really didn't hit a big suffering like uppercut blow to Root, but just consistently chipped away in the second inning, and pitch count got up into like 38 pitches, and they decided to Arkansas and Dave Van Horn decided to remove their ace left-hander because Ethan Fry comes up to the plate. Excellent hitter against left-handed pitching. They then go to Gabe Gackle, who was outstanding out of the bullpen. Best outing of the year, longest outing of the year, 10 strikeouts, tied a career high today. But the story was LSU and Cade Anderson, the left-hander on the bump for them. It's the year of the southpaw. I've said it from the preseason. I mean, Cade Anderson was once again superb tonight. The numbers, advanced analytics, the spin was off the charts today. Outstanding performance from him. The second time he's seen that lineup, he made a couple of adjustments and was just, he was tagged for 1 homer, and that was it. Reese Robinette was able to get him. But, he was able to really take control of this game and shortened it up. LSU's pitching staff's going to be good to go on Monday in game 2 of this bracket in the College World Series. And for the most part, Arkansas, should be in good shape as well. Zach Root probably doesn't start that game. It's probably going to be Gage Wood. Root, I wouldn't rule him out of relief appearance with only 38 pitches thrown. Gackle's the one that you can cross off for a couple of days here, but for the most part, everybody else in this loaded, very deep pitching staff will be good to go up against a very pesky and good Murray State offense. Let's talk about tomorrow's games. Game 1, a loser bracket game, so unfortunately we're going to see a team go home 0-2. Arizona's a slight favorite over Louisville. The expected pitching matchup, at least for me, my best guesstimate, is going to be Smith Bailey, the very talented freshman for the Wildcats here, up against Tucker Biven, the former closer of Louisville in the first half of the season, who's put together a pretty good year for himself. Louisville's bullpen I don't think is as good as Arizona's, but they've been pitching better in the postseason since Matt Klein, the homegrown catcher who's a senior, became healthy, and this pitching staff has been really, really good over the last 2 weeks. So it's interesting. Maybe you throw out the season data as a whole on this Cardinals pitching staff. But on the other side, Arizona should be good to go with a lot of the pieces that they previously used against Coastal Carolina in game 1. And also Smith Bailey should be a guy that they're counting on to go 6 or 7 pretty strong, as he's done in big spots time and time again this season. When the lights are the brightest, he's pitched at his best. He hasn't had, a super consistent season, but his best outings have been on the biggest stages. So I like Arizona to win that game. And then the second game between Coastal Carolina and Oregon State should be pretty interesting. You're going to have the Sun Belt Pitcher of the Year in Jacob Morrison, who's from the Mitten State, baby. And he'll be going up against Ethan Kleinschmidt, another very talented freshman, as my arm is starting to get tired here. Another very talented freshman, Southpaw, the year of the Southpaw, baby. But this kid's been super steady as well. You know, Oregon State, that lineup, top to bottom, competes. And this team, when faced against adversity all season long, has been when they've played their best. I think them at plus money is not a bad pick, but they're not going to make it easy on themselves. And Jacob Morrison's not going to give this game to the Beavers. So I like the under, first off. These definitely not afternoon, these night games, the shadow has played a little bit of a impact on the offenses. Today, not nearly as much as yesterday, but it was still there. And that is super tough against guys that can consistently land that fastball. Teams are just going to be guessing fastball, and the off speed just really, can shine. And both arms in yesterday's games weren't technically great early on with the off speed pitches, but they were getting swings and misses quite often. And I think you're going to see that throughout the tournament, as long as we don't get too many cloudy days that were more cloudy than today was. But for the most part, it should be another low-scoring pitchers duel. And Coastal Carolina, in a lot of the games that they're going to play this College World Series, you're going to get those low-scoring pitching duels. So I tend to favor Coastal, only because I know Oregon State's not going to make it easy on themselves. So if you're looking for a sweat, I'd play the Beavers. If you're looking for a team that's probably going to lead this thing for 6 or 7 innings and then it'll get tight at the end, that's Coastal. But for me, I'll go under 9.5 over at BetMGM. For those that have listened into the college baseball experience before, and you're just tuning in for the first time during this tournament today to hear my opinions on these new matchups, Wi-Fi is not that great at the hotel. Data and cell reception, not that great in Omaha. My best way of recording episodes and shows is just by hand on my phone here at the stadium. And I'm going to continue to do it for the college baseball experience at Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I'm going to bid you adieu of day 2 at the College Baseball World Series. I'll be here once again on Sunday for day 3. We'll have 2 more great games, I'm sure. For those of you that have tuned in, I appreciate it. This has been the College Baseball Experience. You better start thinking about yours, and we are out of here.